and welcome back to D&J
Podcast.
Podcast. And we are back with Smallville Season 5, halfway done with Smallville.
Crazy, right?
I know, 10 years and we are on Season 5. This was actually a really good season. A lot happens in it. And watching that video, I have 2 full pages of notes. 2 full.
Awesome.
And so does Show Paul.
And it's probably not enough, but we're going to get to what we got. Yeah.
This is just the important parts, really. And it's 2 full pages. So that is just crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sure.
we're going to get into it. So season 4, it leaves off in the fortress is being built. And after that, we see the season ends. And season 5, it starts right back up with that. And the fortress is built. And Jor-El's in there. And he's, talking. It's like Krypton on Earth.
Yeah, Krypton on Earth. Jor-El tells him that all the knowledge of the planet is stored in there and he can access it. And he's having this dad-son moment, and then in walks Chloe. Like, hi, I'm here too.
Yeah, Chloe finds, so season 4, Chloe ends up in there. She jumps in the portal with Clark, and but she knows about Clark at this point. Like, she knows that he's got like powers and stuff.
Yeah, she sees him catch the car when Clark's girlfriend sets him up.
Yeah. So he's being like controlled. Like, he's stuck in that little what's it called? I don't know. I just know he's stuck in something. I think he's like absorbing the knowledge or something. He fails at something.
Yeah, he's in like a chamber where he's able to absorb the energy and the knowledge.
Okay.
She kind of interrupts it, and she's freezing to death. So he chooses to save her instead of following Dad's orders, which just leads to a whole season of chaos.
Yeah, especially we see the very first look, kind of, not really, but Zod's starting to make his way in here, which we know Zod, of course. If you know Superman, you know Zod. His disciples escaped the Phantom Zone. I think when the fortress was made, it released them from the Phantom Zone, and they're sent to get Clark, and they want to like team up with them. They don't want to like kill him or anything. They want to team up. Isn't that right?
Yeah, at first they try to double cross him.
Okay.
At the end, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because Clark doesn't want to team up with them, because Clark's basically from Earth. He's not really, but he was born there. I mean, not born there, but like he spent his whole life there. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Clark has nothing to do with them.
Yeah, he's real suspect of him. He doesn't know what their intentions are.
Mm-hmm. And this is kind of like the first time he's seeing someone like him,
Right?
Because we don't see really that much we don't see any Kryptonians besides they're kind of like the first ones. Isn't that right?
Yeah, this is a season where we first start seeing Kryptonians, other than Supergirl, of course. But this season really starts turning more comic book.
Yeah.
With all we get Brainiac, Milton Fine. We can see how Jor-El can possess people, and all that different stuff.
Yeah.
It starts getting really, really cool. Introduction of the Phantom Zone and all these classic Superman things start coming to light, but they're doing it as he's still Clark Kent, so he's got to learn.
Mm-hmm. So Clark, he fails Jor-El. Do you remember how he fails him? He does something. I can't remember because it's been a while, but he does something to fail him.
Yeah, so there's a couple times in the season. Are you talking about how when he, like, the thing that happens with Lana, when she gets in the wreck and he goes and pleads to Jor-El? That's a big one too.
That is a big one. He loses his powers at first. Like, Yeah, so he loses his powers because he fails them. He does
Yeah.
something, and that's and he gets shot. Clark gets shot and basically
Yeah.
dies. And this is when Lionel,
Jonathan.
yeah, or Lionel, he takes him. He like gets possessed and takes him to the fortress where he gets his
Oh,
powers back.
Lionel breaks out of prison and he's been writing Kryptonian symbols on the walls. And so as soon as that
Yeah.
happens, yeah, Lionel like wakes up as this vessel of Jor-El. Yeah, and
Mhm.
goes and takes and saves Clark. I love the Lionel character this year because he plays bad guy and good guy. And
Mhm.
he's so good at playing both.
Yeah, this is the season where you don't really know if you could trust him or not.
Right.
After like season 6, or no, see about season 7. I forget, he dies in season 8 or something like that, but season 7 is like, okay, you could trust him now because like he's
Yeah.
cool.
It does take about a season or so. You're just always like, man, you just don't want to trust him. That's what makes his character so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, he gets shot, he has to get his powers back or else he'll die, but it comes at a cost, which
Right.
someone that is close to him will die. And at first
Yeah.
it's so this episode, the one where it's Lana is actually cool. This is actually a really cool episode because
Yeah.
he tells Lana everything. Um Also, like Lana and Lex, or Lana sees that ship from Zod, or from Brainiac, I
Right.
guess. She sees that ship and she's kind of like working with Lex to find out what's going on there.
Yeah. And
Um,
this is where Lex starts to manipulate her too.
yeah.
Where
Mhm.
because he plays Clark's, lies against him. He's like, I'll be honest with you, Clark's gonna lie to you. But Clark does come clean, but it comes at a cost. And then
Mhm.
Lex ends up chasing her down and she gets in that car crash and then dies. And then Clark,
Crazy.
swishes in and Lex sees him, but then Clark goes and pleads to Jor-El and gets her back. But then someone else is going to die later on.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole day so Jonathan runs for state senate or against Lex,
Jonathan
and of
runs
course
against, yeah, yeah,
he's a way better fit. But yeah, that whole day repeats. Clark saves Lana and doesn't tell her. But then Jonathan, so Lionel tells tells Jonathan that they're cool and stuff. He's not gonna tell anyone, but Jonathan doesn't want to hear that.
right. And then
And then he
they get into a fight, they get into an argument and fight, and ultimately that's what causes Jonathan to have the heart attack. His heart gives out,
Mhm. Would you
and he
rather have
dies.
been?
One of the saddest episodes of the entire
I
series.
know that is sad. Would you
And
have rather have
those are
been
two.
Lana or his dad?
Well, now that I know the future of her character and stuff like that, like they can Jonathan can't always die in all the Superman things,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in all the movies and everything. Jonathan can't always dies. So you were
Uh-huh.
wondering when that was going to happen in the series. So if I had to pick between Jonathan and Lana, I'd probably go Jonathan too to go with the norm, but
Mhm.
um there just wasn't a lot for his character to do unless he's got Jor-El now. He doesn't need Jonathan as a mentor, and so the character played his role.
I agree.
Um, Lana has some cool stuff coming up in the seasons,
She
getting her suit
does.
and everything too. So yeah, it was the right
Mhm.
move.
Yeah. But meanwhile, yeah, Lex is investigating the ship, and Clark, he goes off to college, and this is where he meets his professor, Milton Fine, aka
Yeah,
Brainiac. And this is the bad version of Brainiac. There's like a good version, or like in the future they make him good. But yeah, this is a bad version. And
yeah,
he's also Kryptonian, where he's made from Krypton. And he's like liquid. Isn't
yeah.
like
He's made out of like nanoparticle. He's basically a huge supercomputer that can take human form. He's like a version of the Terminator, if you will. He can change and manipulate his own matter.
yeah.
He's an
So
awesome character, awesome villain.
yeah. So actually, let's take it back a little bit. Before Jonathan dies, Martha gets really sick,
Mm.
and this is what he thinks that it's gonna be Martha that dies. This is before. I forget
Yeah,
how she
that's his
gets.
fear.
Yeah, and I think actually Milton Fine. So actually, he meets Milton Fine before. He meets
Is
Milton
it
Fine
part of his
actually. Early.
virus? Is it the virus that
I
Brainiac
th-
does that makes her sick?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. And he has to work with her with Brainiac to heal him, to heal her. But he's actually still playing the good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not until they go to the fortress that's where he goes bad. We figure out that he's
He
actually
finally
dead.
reveals it. Yeah, he finally
Yeah.
reveals himself.
But so yeah, he wants to go to the fortress, and I think he wants to like kill Jor-El, or he wants to do something. I forget. He wants to go to the fortress to do something, and that's when they get in a fight, and they just end him. He just dies, but he comes back.
Yeah.
So at first you're thinking like, man, he's dead already, because this is like the 10th episode maybe.
Right.
So you're thinking like the main villain's dead already. So I was like, what are they gonna do now?
Yeah. You can't kill Brainiac. He just keeps going into different forms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes back in season 7. He's real important in season 7.
That's right.
Yeah,
And he has like the cooler powers where he could he's got that stuff that comes out of his fingers.
Yeah.
And then season 10, I think season 10 is when he's the good Brainiac.
Yeah, he comes back as like a guide.
Yeah.
Brainiac version 6.0. There's like 100 versions of him in the comic books. Or more.
Brainiac's like a main character of this, like the Superman stuff. So it was cool seeing him. So we see so some of the main characters of Superman is Lex, of course, Brainiac, and Bizarro, and Zod. Those are like the 4 main guys.
Yeah.
But so it's cool. We've seen 2 so far.
Yeah.
We were actually a lot of really ahead of ourselves. We were super excited for the season, of course. But then, so I guess Brainiac, his ship gets sent somewhere because a ship disappears when it's with Lex, but then it reappears in a different country.
Yeah, he moves it because Lex is catching on too fast. Brainiac underestimates him slightly, but Brainiac always seems to be a step ahead too. Yeah, so he moves that ship.
He moves it, and there's this is when it makes a different form of him, and we're like, oh shoot, he's back.
Right.
So it makes a different form of Brainiac in so I think it was like a jungle. It's probably in Africa or something. But I think they work together. Lex is trying to make something to help the world, but Brainiac's really just using him to make this virus.
Right. Lex thinks so. Yeah, the Brainiac has ulterior motives. Yeah, and the virus ends up being deadly. Very deadly.
Very deadly. What happens after this?
It wasn't COVID, but it was
no
extraterrestrial virus.
Yeah, so let's see here. So Zod, so this is where you get the Zod symbol. So basically what's going on is Brainiac is trying to get Zod to come back. Right. He's trying to release him because I guess he's in the Phantom Zone right now, or for whatever.
Yeah, I believe he's in the Phantom Zone, and yeah, they're trying to find a vessel to bring him because he needs a body or something like that.
They want it to be Clark.
Yeah.
But it's actually Lex. And he is so what happens is at first Zod isn't controlling him. He has the powers. So which is cool. Yeah. So it's Lex with the power, the Kryptonian powers, and it's gosh. But then
it's cool in that episode. It's cool in that episode because he's talking to Clark. He's just like, "Hello, Kal-El," and Clark can just be open. Yeah, he's talking to Lex, but it's actually Zod. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. But before that, I think let's see. So he goes to Jor-El. And Jor-El tells him to kill Lex because he's gonna be a vessel. And instead, he kills Milton Fine. So there's no more of that Brainiac, but it causes Zod to take over Lex. That's what happens.
Yeah, and then Brainiac comes back as Jonathan for an episode 2, and it's and Jonathan's trying to tell him to kill Lionel.
Yeah, because he's
Kill Lionel. And then Lionel's
yeah,
like, would your father ever ask you to kill anybody? And Clark's like, no.
yeah.
That was
So he
there's
like
a there's
he attacks him basically, and that's when he figures out it's not actually him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So this
So many
season
good
was
episodes.
awesome. This season was awesome. I love this season.
Yeah. And then the last episode, um, Clark's fighting the Zod people
Mhm.
from the Phantom Zone. And then he winds up sending them to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. Clark is sent to the Phantom Zone. I would not want to be at the Phantom Zone ever. That would be scary.
No, but season 6 is a whole different animal, and we see all that stuff, and then basically season 6 is him taking care of what he released from the Phantom Zone. So little spoiler there, but
yeah, yeah. And then Lex and Lana get like married. That's such a bad couple. Oh my gosh, I hate that.
man, it's
He
never
uses
really.
her.
I mean, yeah, he uses her, and
Mhm. We gotta
season
wait.
6 gets crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
gotta
gotta
wait on
wait.
that one.
But yeah, season 5, that was all like the important stuff, really. There's like a couple side episodes that like are cool, but we spoke of all the episodes of the like the really important stuff that we really wanted to talk about. And
Yeah,
what a
Chloe's got a
great season.
story. Martha's got a story. I mean, all the characters have little side stories and stuff like that. But these are the main highlights that we both like the most and are the
Yeah.
most interesting to us.
So there was something last season or last episode that we didn't have a chance to talk about, and you wanted to talk about it. It was Lex being separated. There's two
Hmm.
versions of Lex. Remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Did you want to talk about that, but you didn't get to it?
yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say about it now.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Is that
But
is
yeah,
that the one? Is that the one where Clark's in his head, or is that he
that's a
sees
good.
the two?
That's I think that's later, but
Okay.
it's the one where like it splits them. It splits Lex. So there's a bad Lex and there's a good Lex,
Oh,
and
okay.
the
Yeah.
bad Lex
Yeah. Yeah.
locks good Lex in the like the little dungeon area in his
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. And
So
Bad Lex just takes over and starts. He's not holding back at all. Yeah, I forgot what I
yeah,
was going to say about that. That was another one of my favorite episodes because just seeing Lex play evil and good, just seeing the range of that character that he can do.
mhm. But yeah, season 5, awesome. Season 6 was great. I remember season 6 very good, but I'm gonna watch a recap. And then season 7, I'm trying to think of what was going on there. Do you remember the second half of
Yeah.
season 7? I think that's Doomsday. I think that's
Yeah, I got to
Doomsday.
start brushing up because Chloe plays a bigger role. We start seeing Justice League people,
Yeah,
the Watchtower, Green
watch
Arrow, of
out.
course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his
We forgot
character
to talk
gets
about
introduced.
we saw a Flash character last season too.
Oh yeah,
And
Barry Allen,
we only see him 2 times, which sucks, but
Bart. He goes by Bart. Sorry.
yeah, and he goes by Impulse, not the Flash. But yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool seeing them all team up. We're gonna end there that season. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, subscribe. Let's get to 100 subscribers. 100
Let's go.
subscribers. And we're gonna film a Doctor Strange episode right now. So see you guys.
See you soon.